Earning 10 grand a month or more has never been easier as a teacher in 2026. Most teachers try to start an online tutoring business and they overcomplicate things, where if you want to build a six-figure online tutoring business, making 10 grand a month or more, it's just a simple case of numbers. And so what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to share exactly what I would do if I had to build a 10 grand a month tutoring business starting from scratch. You don't need a big brand. You don't need a following on social media. You don't really need any tech skills, so to speak. You just need your teaching skills and a clean system to get online tutoring students. And then it's just a simple case of numbers and mathematics. And I'm going to prove that to you in this video. So let's jump in. Here's what I would do if I was to build a 10 grand a month tutoring business starting from scratch. So if I'm going to build a 10 grand a month tutoring business in the next 90 days, I'm going to break it into 3 clear phases. And that's what I'm going to walk you through right now. So we're going to start with phase 1, which is the offer. So this is the most important part because it's going to build the foundations to allow you to actually teach more students in less time and have the margins to grow your business. Okay, so the offer comprises of 3 things. 1 is the market that you're going after. 2 is the model that you're going to run your business from. And then 3 is the math behind the model. Okay, so let's start with the market. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to really niche down and focus on one type of student. But then you've probably heard the niches or the riches are in the niches. It's not good enough to just niche down. You need to own a tangible result for your students. This is really important so that when you do come to market your business and advertise down the line, you're going to stand out on a noisy news feed and social media so that you actually can command attention from your ideal students and parents that you want to serve. So think about niching down to one specific subject. Let's use reading as an example. Now within that subject, think about niching down to the type of student or the age range where there's going to be most demand. So for example, kindergarten or first grade or second grade students, and then think about a tangible result that you can help those students achieve. For example, reading on grade level or jumping 2 grades in their reading. Now, once you can do this, you can clearly communicate the tangible result and the transformation that you're going to help your students achieve, because this is the key. The goal is to sell the transformation, not just confidence, motivation, enjoyment, things like that. This is what parents and students want to pay for: results. So that's the first part of the offer, the market that you're going after. Own a tangible result. Now, once you've got clear on that, this then means you need to focus on a specific model in your business. Now, the reason why you can do this is because if you're focusing on a tangible result for one specific market and one specific student, you're more likely to get students, or you should only attract students that want that result. So guess what? You can group them. So the model that you run your business from is really key here, because this is going to allow you to keep speaking to new students. It's going to allow you to build a business, not a glorified job, so that you can leverage your time and scale impact. And that's where your income is going to scale as well. So the model that you need to run your business from is simply sell a 12-week transformation for the students, where you can teach these students in small groups of 5 to 10 per group. Really just depend on the age range, your experience teaching groups online, but 5 is a good place to start. Now, the reason why you're going to sell 12 weeks up front and sell your transformation at 12 weeks for the students is because it allows you to have more commitment and predictability from the students, instead of cancellations happening because they're paying for 1 week and then not the next week, or they're ill 1 week, they're okay the next week. So it saves reschedules, it saves cancellations, gives your business predictability at the same time. More committed students, they're signing up for a period of time where you know how long you're going to be working with them, so you can actually focus on delivering meaningful results for those students. And that's going to help you collect testimonials and grow the business long term. And as I said, have predictability. So sell a 12-week transformation. That's the model that you need to run your business from. Hey, quick break, and this is important. If you're a classroom teacher who wants more freedom, an online tutor who's tired of trading time for money online, or if you've got a tutoring business and you want to scale it predictably without burning out, I created this channel for you. Now, every single week, I release detailed trainings just like this one around the most up-to-date strategies that we're teaching to our clients right now. Trainings around attracting better students, getting your students better results, how to sell your services at higher rates, hiring team members, and really just building a tutoring business that you're in control of. And I know if you've watched this far into the video, you're not someone that's okay with just being stuck where you are. So if you can do me a quick favor, just hit the like button on the video, hit subscribe, not just so that you can see the next video, but so that I can continue to create these and we can build a movement of teachers and tutors that are regaining control, having more impact, and earning more income. Plus, it really does help the channel reach more teachers and tutors who need to see this. That's it. Just hit like, hit subscribe, do us a great favor. We'll get back to the video now. Okay, now the next part, how you essentially get to 10 grand a month, as I said, it's just really a case of mathematics. Because now, if you're selling a 12-week transformation, the parents and the students are not focused on what they're paying per hour of tutoring because they're signing up for a period of time. So now you can price your services properly. So you can price this. Most teachers, what they'll do is they'll start at about $500 or £500, get their first 10 students or so if you've got zero sales experience. Obviously, you need to validate your teaching experience online. You need to get a little bit of trust in from the parents, collect some results and things like that before you increase your prices. So a lot of teachers will start at about $500, £500 for this 12-week transformation that they're selling to the student. Now, if I want to get to 10 grand a month at $500 or £500, that's just 20 sales that I need to make each and every single month. Now, this is key because now you've actually got a target. Now, if you think about sales teams or if you've seen some sort of movie where there's sales teams that are operating in offices and they have quotas and targets to hit. Well, if you've only got 20 sales to make, now you can drive towards a specific target. Whereas if you're selling hours and your time, think about how many $50 hours you need to sell and deliver in order to hit 10 grand a month. It's going to be really, really tricky. And now you're just selling your time rather than having a business where you only need to make X amount of sales to hit your revenue goal. And as I said, teachers would start at about £500 or $500, and then they're going to increase their rate once they've got experience. And so what we've found works really well is getting to a point where you can charge round about $1,000 or £500 for this 12-week transformation. That then just becomes 10 students that you need to enroll, and that's it. And here's the cool thing. We've got teachers like Tutor over here who are enrolling 18 students in a single day. So if there's teachers and tutors out there enrolling 18 students in a single day, can you enroll 10 in a month? Absolutely, right? It's like Roger Bannister when he broke the 4-minute mile. Once he did it, everybody else knows that they can do it as well. Okay, so the only reason that you wouldn't be able to enroll 10 students a month is because you just lacked the systems to actually create demand, which I'm going to come on to next. So that's the first phase. Create an offer that actually sells a transformation for one student for 12 weeks, and then price it accordingly, starting at $500 or £500 for the first 12 weeks for your first 10 students, and then raise your rates to $1,000 or more for this 12-week transformation. And then you can keep increasing your rate as your enrollment rate goes up, or it's proving to consistently be 40 to 50% of the students that you speak to continue to enroll at the rate that you're charging. Just try and bump it up 20 to 25% until you find that the price elasticity, so how far you can stretch your prices, comes down below 25% of the amount of students you speak to enroll. That's a sign that you've probably found your price elasticity. So you can keep stretching the price. You don't have to stick at $1,000. We've got many teachers who are selling a lot more than that. Guys, quick interrupt. I hope you're enjoying the video, but I wanted to make sure you picked up your copy of Teaching on Your Own Terms. It's my best-selling book, and it shares with you the exact 5 steps that I've used with over 2,000 teachers at this point, helping them build their dream online teaching businesses. It went to bestseller in 7 categories. It's been featured by NASDAQ in Times Square, New York City. And I know you're going to love it. Inside of the book, you're going to learn things like how to position yourself as the go-to tutor in the marketplace and the offer that you can create to get your ideal students reaching out and how to communicate that. I'll share with you what I've seen as the best advertising strategies to get in front of new students and parents who want what you've got, how to sell your services, and everything you actually need to include in an online group tutoring business to make sure your students crush it and get great results. There's some free gifts and bonuses in there. I think in the first couple of pages, there's a link. You can go and grab some free gifts on me. But I know you're going to love it. Teaching on Your Own Terms. I'll leave a link down below in the comments and go and pick up your copy today. So the next phase, what I'm going to do, I might not need to start my classes tomorrow. I'm going to go through a pre-sales process for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And so I'm going to pick a date in the future, unless you're a tutor already doing this and you've got classes running. Yes, you can just enroll the students immediately. But for most teachers, when they want to break the 10K a month mark online, they don't actually have any classes yet to run. So what you do, pick a date 3 to 4 weeks into the future, map out 10 teaching slots on your timetable where you're going to teach the students. So 10 1-hour blocks. block them out. If you can't do 10 right now, just block out how many hours that you can do. These are going to be your class timetables that you're going to run. Group classes of 5 students, okay? Map out these teaching hours. Once you've done that, you're going to try and fill these classes up in the next 3 to 4 weeks before the first class starts. Now, if you enroll a student straight away and their class doesn't start for 3 to 4 weeks into the future, all you're going to do is give them some goal setting tasks, give them some study guides to get on Amazon or something like that, give them a start assessment, something to keep them busy, ready for the first class. Now, a week before or a few days before the first class, just invite all of the students that you managed to sign up in this period onto an introductory or onboarding call where you can introduce yourself, get them excited for the first class, and you just host this on Zoom to set expectations of how the next 12 weeks is going to run. Now, if you've already got a tutoring business, this is an onboarding class that you could just bring in each week into your existing setup. And it's a great way to help students and parents hit the ground running so they're not a deer in the headlights when they enroll into your tutoring services and programs, because you can answer any questions that they've got. You can make sure that they settle into their first class well. It also allows you to keep enrolling students and not have to turn off your enrollment and your advertising because you think your groups are full or because other students are ahead. Just need to put in some form of onboarding process. Anyway, so that's how you're going to run this and how you're going to sell it. The next thing is how you get students. 3 ways you're going to do it. One is your warm audience. Pick a platform where you've got the most friends or the most followers on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, maybe it's your email list, maybe it's just your phone book, maybe it's LinkedIn. Okay, and just work through your warm audience first. Reach out to everybody on the platform. Tell them that you're going to be launching a tutoring business and ask them if they don't have a child or a student who's your specific type of student that you're targeting with your market that we decided on. Ask them this very specific question. Who do you know who would benefit from something like this? Now, the reason why you ask, who do you know, is because now they're actually going to think of who they know, not do you know anybody? Because when you ask, do you know anybody, they're just going to say no, sorry. So if you ask and change the language that you use of who do you know, once you reach out to all your friends, if they don't have a specific ideal student of yours, now they're more likely to give you a response. Now, here's some stats that you're looking for. Go through your entire friend list or contact list on your social media profile. Now, aim for about 20% of people reply. Okay, so if you reach out to 100 people, then 20 people are going to reply. From those 20 people, you're looking for 20% of people to know somebody or to actually want to speak to you about this because maybe they've got a student that you could serve. Okay, from those 20% of people that actually want to speak to you, you're looking to enroll 25%. Okay, so for example, if you reach out to 100 people, then 20% are going to reply. There's 20% of that number are going to want to speak to you, which is 4. And then 25% of 4 is 1 person is going to enroll and they're going to join your program for the next 12 weeks. Okay. So essentially that breaks down to 1 in every 100 people that you contact. That's your goals and your KPIs to shoot for on this. Okay. The second way, that's going to be enough to help you get your first students. Now this works. A lot of teachers won't make it work because they just won't do it because they're scared of rejection. You're scared of people saying no. Well, that's exactly why you're going to stay stuck. Remember, you've got to fail forward. And, Thomas Edison failed however many times it was, 1,000 times or 999 times. And then it was his thousands or 1,001st attempt at creating the light bulb that it worked. You've got to be willing to fail. Okay. Now, second thing, once you've got your first few students like this, you'll probably get 1 or 2 groups going. You've obviously got all of the other groups to fill. So the best way is to use a simple paid traffic structure or methodology because it's faster and now you've decided which student that you're going to serve and help. You just need to launch some simple ads on a platform like Facebook, Instagram, pay a little bit of money, $5 to $10 or pounds per day to start off with, and then aim to get leads coming in. Just use a simple instant form funnel, very simple and best way to get started, or a messenger funnel if you're just starting off. So people click an ad, they go straight into your messengers, and then you can just contact them, book them in for a call. And from the leads that you get, you're just looking for 20% plus of people to book a call with you. And then from that, obviously this is a cold audience, people who are strangers who've only just heard of you on the internet. From those 20% who book in from all of your leads, then you're really just looking for about 60-70% of people to show up for a call, and then 25% of people you speak to enroll. So there's some numbers for paid traffic. Okay. Now this is a lot quicker. It's going to allow you to perhaps be in the classroom and you've got a system working for you all day, every single day. So you can come home and instead of just posting willy-nilly on social media, you can contact your leads, get them booked in for enrollment calls and enroll the students using the KPIs that I just set you out. Okay. Then the third way is using your social media platforms like Instagram, like Facebook to do what we call cold outreach. Now, a lot of tutors go wrong when they get started because they just spend time posting content on their social media profiles. That's not really going to get you any students. What that does is it helps you build your brand, helps you establish trust so that if people click on your ads and they see you've got a few posts on your social media profiles, they're more likely to trust you. So that's not the best way to get students. The best way is to then go and enter into community groups, Facebook groups, other social groups that you might be able to find, add value. So think about mums groups, local community groups, as I was saying, and go in there and add value. Use the search bar to actually look for people searching for help or tutors or asking questions related to what it is you do or study groups, things like that, and be an expert in that group. Add value, share your expertise, and then what you're going to find is people are going to reach out to you. You could even create your own social group where you could build a community, put on free lessons, things like that, and then get people to book in calls with you from there, okay? So that's the third best way if you don't have the budget for paid advertising. Don't just post on your social media profiles. That's not really going to get a lot of traction. That is going to build your brand, but it's not a revenue generating action where everything that you do is ideally leading to a potential enrollment call with a new student. So cold outreach works best. So that's phase 2. Okay. And as I said, you're just going to set a day in the future, perhaps 3-4 weeks down the line, and try and fill as many classes as you can. Phase 3, what this is about is delivering to your students. So your first set of students that you're going to run through your tutoring groups, you want to keep it super simple. You don't need to have resources collected and created before the students launch. You just need to be 1 or 2 weeks ahead of your students. Okay. Just show up, deliver to them, deliver a lesson, set them a homework each week, and then the next week, go through the homework with them. And then at the start, give them a start assessment. At the end, give them an end assessment. Okay. At the end of the 12 weeks, all you're going to do at this point is you're going to collect a testimonial from the students so that you can use this in your marketing to help you increase rates, build more trust down the line. And you're now going to give those students the opportunity to extend their time working with you. And you're probably going to sell either for an entire academic year at this point, because now there's already trust established. Or if they can't stick on for another academic year, you're just going to let them stay on for another 12 weeks. Now, if they can't do that, just be a little bit more flexible. That's where you'd move them onto a monthly recurring fee and help them set it up monthly. Okay. What this does is it means that because you've already worked with students, delivered results, you've delivered value, they're going to trust you. They're going to want to stick with you for a longer period of time. And because you've now retained those students, you've earned more money per student, which simply means you can afford to spend more on advertising to continue to grow your business. Okay. So that's it. That's what I would do if I was a teacher wanting to get to 10 grand a month. I'd break this down into 3 phases, get the right offer, create demand, and then deliver to my students for the next 12 weeks, get testimonials, get results, which allows me to increase my rates so I can actually grow my business long term. Okay. Because the more results you've got, the more sales that you're going to be able to make as well. Now, if you want to get help with this, and make sure you avoid the common mistakes that most teachers run into, which is selling their time, pricing by the hour, not building the right marketing funnel to actually attract students when you use paid traffic, then we can help you. The best place to get started is reading my book, Teaching on Your Own Terms. If you haven't picked it up yet, it went to bestseller in 7 categories. It breaks everything down into clear steps, and that's going to be a great place to get started. So if you want to scale your tutoring business to 10 grand a month, go and pick up the book, Teaching on Your Own Terms. I'll leave a comment in the video. And if you enjoyed this as well, wherever you're watching, hit subscribe, hit like, and I'll see you in the next one.